These are my requirements for a husband since y'all want to bother my dad so much about my hand in marriage.
These are the requirements that you need to have in order to date me, a single mom of 3 kids.
YouTube, what up, what up, what up? Check this out. It's your man back again with another video. Listen, the levels of delusion these women have when it comes to dating them. We've thought we've hit the ceiling, and then once you thought you hit the ceiling, they broke right through it. We got 2 clips for you today from 2 different women who are gonna tell you basically what it takes for you to be able to date them. I'm telling you, the levels of delusion, they never stop.
These are my requirements for a husband since y'all want to bother my dad so much about my hand in marriage. First, I'm going to want my own room, my own bathroom, and a walk-in closet in the house because I did grow up a little bit spoiled, so I don't really like to share. You're going to be my husband though, so we can have like sleepovers, but yeah. You'd need to have enough money for help around the house because I'm not a good cook. The most I do is bake. Also, I would want help with like cleaning and stuff. And if children are in the equation, help with that because I will be working. I would also want an educated man, so bachelor's, master's, doctorate, or if that's not your route, like ambitious, have a couple businesses, stuff like that. Next on the list is you're gonna have to be taller than me, so 6 foot at least. Funny because, I like to crack a joke, so you gotta be able to, banter and like take a joke. I honestly don't really care to get married, but if like it happens and he meets the requirements, then yeah. Let me know if you guys want a part 2.
Are you sure this is real life?
All right, fellas, who's up for the challenge? Who's gonna take up on the offer? Cause I know one of y'all's gonna do it. One of y'all's gonna simp out and y'all gonna take up on that offer. Listen, you hear what she said? I need you to understand exactly what she's saying. She wants to have her own room, bathroom, and a walk-in closet. To start, she needs those 3 things for you to be with her. Listen, I don't know about that her own room thing. That just sounds crazy. Maybe because she want to do her TikToks or whatever, but that just sounds crazy. Another bathroom, yeah, okay, you could have a second bathroom. I mean, that's legitimate stuff there. Not no big deal with that. And a walk-in closet, that's, sorry ladies, but that's typical woman stuff. Y'all all want that walk-in closet because y'all buy so much stuff, you spend so much money, you want to be able to put it somewhere and can walk in there and see it clearly and grab what you want to grab. And, I get it. We understand that. Not so much really delusional, it's realistic enough. But the delusion comes in when she says she don't cook, when she don't clean, she only bakes. What man is signing up for a woman that don't cook and don't clean? Why should that be outsourced to somebody else to come in and take care of it? Like, to me, that's a waste of money. But of course, she's looking for a man that has a lot of money. Because like she said, he has to have businesses and he must be educated. Like, to me, she don't even sound that educated. She just talks proper. Or proper enough. I won't say proper, but she talks decent enough. And of course, as all women want, you gotta be taller, 6 feet or taller. I don't know how tall she is, but that seems to be the standard even for midgets. You gotta be 6 feet or taller. Other video I did, lady said she was 4'11". Her lowest point for a man was 6'2", and she's 4'11". Now, personally, I like a girl that's short, but at 4'11", that's ridiculous. And I'm 6'4", so that's crazy. That is way hella crazy. But getting back on topic here, yeah, of course, typical woman fashion. Sorry, ladies, but it is what it is. You got to be at least 6 feet. Mind you, 5'11" is still tall, but I guess it's that number 5 that throws y'all into a tizzy. So you got to see that 6. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But it wasn't so much delusional as opposed to the next one that we're going to hear. Rock with me on this one.
These are the requirements that you need to have in order to date me, a single mom of 3 kids. Number 1 is that you need to be making at least $130K a year, and you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make $130K or more, then you are out of my fucking league. How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make $50K a year? Second is I don't date men that are younger than me because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify. 26 to 35 is the age limit. Okay, I feel like 35 is pushing it because they look old as fuck already. So I'm 26, I'm a baby, so yeah. You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. So I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you, I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're gonna be dating me. Another requirement is that you have to have a property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. Have to get a home that has 6 rooms because each of my kids have to be in their own room. So you have to be considerate. Purchase a house that has 6 rooms because that's only common sense. And if you cannot meet those requirements, then you're not the fucking one. The last requirement is that it has to be pink. If it's not pink, no. Pink and brown go together. Pink and brown, like what? Duvalin, you know?
We will not have it. I said we will not have it.
Bruh, listen. She had my mind so screwed up, I had to take notes on my phone because she was just saying way too much stuff and my brain was on overload. So if you see me looking down, just give me a second because I'm like, this was just way too much information for me to even handle. This chick's, now this is what I call delusion. Let's get it started. All right, number 1. She wants a man that makes $130,000 a year with 2 side hustles and has to have enough money to give her kids. Listen, $130K at between the ages of 26 and 35 is already delusional enough. It's damn near next to, it's possible, but damn near on the lowest of scales of possibility if a guy's making that much between them ages. I'm not gonna totally rule it out, but you know that is like nowhere near. It's closer to delusion than anything else. Let's just put it like that. That's number 1. That's just a given, pretty much. Okay. Plus, number 2, no younger men. So he has to be between 26, like I said, and 35 for obvious reasons. Okay, yeah, right. But he still has to have $130K a year between those ages. And that don't sound crazy to you? That doesn't sound delusional to you? But okay, right. Okay, in your mind, it makes perfect sense. All right, so you're already here. Okay, but yeah, right. Okay, now, and of course, let's not leave this part out. She's 26. So clearly her brain ain't even fully developed yet. If she's talking like this, she's still back in the, how they say, that some women, they don't develop past 14. Well, she's one of them. She's definitely one of them. Because that don't even make any sense. But okay, let's continue. Now, he gotta have 3 cars under his name. Who in the hell, besides someone that possibly deals in narcotics, has 3 cars in their name between the ages of 26 and 35? Unless he is a ball player, a rapper, a singer, entertainer of some sort, etc. Now, I don't know if she's actually talking about one of them to date her, but that's the spectrum that we have. Okay, great. So clearly, if he makes $130K, he's probably in that field. He's gotta be in the working field. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's not an entertainer, a rapper, or whatever the case may be, but those are dudes you're gonna find with that kind of stuff. Plus, to add to that, Wow. One vehicle has to have 8 seats in it. You have 3 kids. The driver, the passenger. What are the other 3 seats for? Family? Other kids? You shouldn't be wanting the more kids. You already got 3. And you got 3 already and you 26. Yeah, make it make sense, lady. Make it make sense. Next. 1 property and a second one in the works. Has to be in his name. Because obviously it should be in his name if it's his property, right? And you know, if he's making the money, it should be in his name. Somehow she must think it's going to end up in her hands at some point in time. Who knows? With her delusional mind, we can't even tell what she's thinking because she's already of unsound mind as it is when she's making these demands. But okay. And 6 rooms. 6 rooms. Okay. So a man making $130K has to get a house that has 6 rooms, but he has to have 1 property and 1 in the works. Listen, yeah. My English, I'm losing brain cells here. I'm losing brain cells. This is just crazy. But okay. And last but not least, it has to be pink because why not? Pink and brown go together. The only pink and brown that I know that go together, in all honesty, is people. That's it. Other than that, in my personal opinion, pink and brown are 2 colors that do not go together. Not badly, but they don't go together. But you know, to each his own. But I would not see a person with me wearing pink and brown. And I definitely would not wear pink and brown. Brown, yes. Pink, no. But, you know, once again, to each his own. But that is the level of delusion that we're dealing with now. And these girls is babies. They're young. They're young. And you older women got to stop feeding these younger kids this kind of garbage. Social media's got them all screwed up, flaked out, and everything else. But it's mind-blowing where certain people get this entitlement and get this information from to the point where they absorb it into their system and think that, you know what, this is achievable. Now, like I said, aside from sports and entertainment, the average man in that age range is not making that kind of dough. And if he happens to luck into that, if he was to sign up for this, he's taking an L anyway. That money he gonna make, that $130K, is gonna be gone. It's gonna be gone. He ain't gonna be able to save nothing. He's not getting anything from this relationship properly. And she's coming with hella baggage, hella standards for a girl who's 26. And that value is just going to decrease as it goes up, as it goes on. Every day, every week, every month, every year, her value is going to decrease because it's already down now. She's down bad with 3 kids and delusional mindset. Gotta call it like I see it. She's already down bad. And it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. There's no way on God's green earth that this can get any better. And then you want a man to sign up for that? Like the first one was a little more realistic enough, but the second word? Ladies and gentlemen, no. But look, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just relaying the message to you. And that's pretty much it. So fellas, which one you want? You want door number 1 or you want door number 2? Because I know somebody's going to be out there signing up for this. I hope you're not, but there's always that one lonely dude who's going to take it upon himself to head in that path and get one of these ladies. But like I said, the first one was a little easier to swallow, but the second one, that was the hardest pill to swallow ever. So, you know, fellas, do you. But leave it in the comments. I would think no one's signing up for this, but You know how y'all do. Y'all let me know what's good. All right. Once again, it's your man doing his due diligence, giving you the information, giving you the facts, giving you the delusional women, and letting y'all know, listen, you got options, but if these two are one of your options, you're going down bad. In flames.